Hey everyone, I have a new tutorial for you guys today on gradient half moon nails. I've done them before. I used a bunch of different colors, but to be a bit more simple this time I just used these ones. And in the video I'm using my opposite hand because I have these on my nails right now and I spend a long time on them and I really don't want to take them off, so I'm just switching it up. But overall it's pretty simple. You need to have a steady hand, but I think it looks pretty cool, so hopefully you guys like it. Alright, so I already painted most of my nails. I have a whole separate tutorial on how to do gradients, but I'll show it kind of quickly on this nail. I'm going to get a makeup sponge and a gray polish, and over a white base color, I'm going to do this. So you just get some on your brush and paint it on the corner of the sponge, and then you start dabbing it on your nail. And you want it heavier on the tips, and once you get some nail polish onto the tips, you're going to go a little bit farther down and just kind of blend it in with the white. And you're going to need to get a little bit more on the sponge. And for this design, you want it to go about halfway down your nail. And if you mess it up a little bit, what you can do is get some white on your makeup sponge and go from the bottom up to kind of make it blend better. So that's good enough for now. And then what you're going to do is get a brush. I'm using this nail art brush. It's long and it's really thin. And I'm getting this blue color and putting a bit on a piece of paper. And you get your brush and get a little bit on it. And you're going to make half moon shapes on your nail. And it doesn't need to be perfect because you're going to get a striper polish and outline it, so it'll look a bit neater later. And I'm going to have this nail a different color, so I'm going to skip over it. Alright, and you're going to have this color on your brush and you're going to want to clean it off, so get some nail polish remover and just dip the brush in and kind of wipe it off on a piece of paper. And it's clean. So now I'm going to get my purple. So now that I've made the basic half moon shapes on all my nails, I'm going to get a striper polish in the opposite colors. I have a purple and a blue one. So if you don't have a striper polish, you can just use the brush or any brush to do it, but I find it easier to just use a striper polish. And you're going to outline this half moon shape. And so I find it easier if I start on the ends and go towards the center. So a little trick if you mess up when you're doing the half moon, you could just get a white striper polish. Let me zoom in here. So on this finger you could see that I messed up a little bit. Just get the white striper and just kind of go over it. because once you put the top coat on, it'll all just blend together and you won't even notice. And for the last part, you're going to get a black striper polish and do just black tips. This is probably the hardest part of the whole design. So get some on your brush. And I've seen some people do the tips with tape. I'm not too familiar on how to do that, but it might be easier. So how I do it is I start at the tip of my nail and work my way down. And all you need to do is just add some top coat and probably clean up around the edges, but that's all there is to it.